Good morning, everybody. How are we today? It is Saturday morning. Just going to wait for... It says... Oh, now it says you are live now. Okay. Good morning, everybody. How are we today? It is Saturday morning, the 8th of February. Can you believe we are already a week into February? My gosh, my 40s are slipping away faster than I can blink at the moment. It's just ridiculous. So you are joining, I'm Rebecca Hall. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm from Beck's House of Craft. And this is a segment I do every Saturday morning called Breakfast with Beck. So welcome. If you're new, let us know where you're joining from. We love to have people chat along with us when we're crafting in the morning. So hello. Now, if you're watching this and you can see a little live up here, that means you're live with me. You can fast forward if you're watching on the replay to the good stuff, the crafting stuff, if you don't want to hear all the chit chat. So we'll just wait for a minute for a few people to jump on. Good morning, Christine. Morning, Marianne. How are you? Good morning, Joe. It'll be, how hot is it up there today, Joe? Good morning, Megan. How are you? It's not going to be that hot today here. It's only going to be like 23 degrees. So I am running a tad late this morning. I'll tell you why. You know, you get invited to a party and it's a cocktail party, semi-formal cocktail party, and, you know, you haven't really tried anything on of late and you're not sure if it fits or not. Well, that's exactly what we were doing this morning. So I could duck out after my live today and perhaps maybe buy something to wear tonight if we didn't have anything that fits. So I had Brett trying on some shirts and some pants, and I was trying on a few dresses to see what fits and what doesn't fit. So turns out I need new shoes because my shoes aren't the best. So I have to go and grab some shoes. Slightly cooler, 34. Well, that's still a good temperature to get, Joe. So yes, so that's why we're slightly late this morning, because Brett's going to go off and do some work on the van, where we've had to pull the front of our van apart. So we're repairing the front of the van. So good morning, Cheryl. How are you? Hey, Ruth. Thanks for joining me. All right. So this morning I want to share with you a card that is a bit of a fancy fold, but we're going to use the Grow with Love stamp set from the mini catalogue. So this is amazing. Wait till you see what these dies do. You know me, I love my gift cards, so that's just a little hint if you haven't seen what they do. Good morning, Jacinta. Morning, Lynette. Better than 46 was what we're... Oh my goodness, yes, a lot better, Joe. 46, that's getting up there to like cooking temperature, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to flip you down and we'll get started. We don't want to chit chat too long and keep you all day, that's for sure. So I'm going to flip you down and we'll just get started. All right, so like I said, we're using the Grow with Love. Oh, I'm not really centered there, am I? The Grow with Love stamp set today. Now, this is one that's in the mini catalogue. It comes with coordinating dies, which are not in here. Whoa. That's a bit of an issue in itself, isn't it? Where are my Grow with Love dies? Oh, here they are. So it comes with the Grow with Love dies, and you can see I've been having a bit of a play. So they stamp some really nice images, and the die cut out. So let me grab these amazing dies and show you what they do. Oh my goodness, it's stuck to my tape. Look at this. This is the best die ever. This die will never be leaving my collection. It creates, let me move that so you can see, it creates a gift card holder or a little pocket as such. So I just love doing gift cards, and I'm going to show you how you can put this on the inside of a card without the little flap to make a gift card holder, and how perfect it works, because you don't have to do, you know, the little niches that we do when we've got to, you know, to try and grab the gift card. It's just amazing. So I'm going to get started. And today I'm going to use the birthday celebration paper. So this is called Wildflower Wildflower Birthday Special to DSP. Now you can see that there's not a great, I don't have a great deal of this paper left. I've been creating for my class for not next week but the week after. We're using this in class, so we're going to create with this. And I thought, you know, it worked really well. We've got flowers, and I know they're herbs, so you got mint, basil, rosemary, and thyme. But I just thought it would work really well because they're kind of like leaves, and if we use the same similar colours, it'll look all right. All right. So, but what we want to do is, oh, where's my opening up here? We want to look for a piece that's got a nice, pretty background. So, you know, one that we can flip over and see, oh, that's the same. So we'll keep that one in mind. See, whereas this one here, that one's pretty boring. I don't really like that one. Let's see, what else have we got here? I do like that one with the flowers on it. See, this one here is quite nice too, a bit bent there. Got a bit of pink on the background. Maybe we might use, I like this one, I think. What do you think? Which one do you want me to use? So this one's got like pool party undertones, and this one's got like peach pie undertones. So don't do PP because I won't know which one you're talking about, because it's peach pie and this is pool party. So let me know. We'll go peach or party. Let me know which one you want me to use, and then I'll use that one. So peach or party, and then we'll get the coordinating cardstock out to know, and I will, while we're doing it, I will, you know, while I'm waiting for your votes, I will block up some stamps while we're waiting and have a chat. Party. Oh, Christine said party, party. Party, party, peach, party, peach. Party, party. Oh, so we've got 2 peach, 2 party. Peach, peach, peach. Oh, it looks like Peach is winning. I think Peach has won. Peach has taken it home by a nose. All right, Peach it is. All right, so this is the one we're going to use. So we're going to use, I think, I want to use peach pie. Let me just check. Let's grab a look at the peach pie. Do a great deal in peach pie. So are we going to, I know that's pink in the background, but we're only going to see a little bit of that pink when we do it. So let's see, because this is going to be our main colour on the front, right? So this one here, I just need to go down. All right, so this is going to be our main colour. So I kind of like that one because we're just going to do a tad of the pink in the inside. So I think I'm going to use the peach pie. Say that 5 times fast, people. Oh my goodness. All right, I didn't get many stamps inked up. Look, I only got 1 done. All right, so I'm just going to cut a normal card front. So we're going to score it or cut it at 14.9 by 21, and I'm going to score it at 10.5. You know, the usual mojo that we do when we're making a card front. So it's just a normal card front. All right, so we're going to do that. And then this piece here, I'm going to use to cut or to die cut out our gift card holder. So where did my little die go? Here it is here. So this piece here is going to go there like that. Now see how cool is it that it takes up, you know, half a sheet of A4 cardstock. So then you've still got all of this bit here that you could use potentially for something. So, all right, so we're going to die cut that from there. And then I want to, spit it out, Beck. I was blocking up all of these. Now, the stamps, you know, you guys know how I like to do stamp surgery, right? So they all come with the words. So this one has time on the bottom of it, because this is the time one, right? So this has the time on the bottom of it. But so I cut it off because sometimes, get it? Sometimes you don't want to have the word on the bottom of it, right? When you're stamping it, you just want to have the image of the flower. So this way I can do both. See, so like I've cut that, right? But if I stamp it, it's still going to stamp the same. See, look, like it's not going to matter if I just put it back on there when I want to put the words on, but when I don't want the words on, I've got the choice. So, you know, life is full of choices, and I think the more choices you have, the better it is. So I just want to stamp the flowers. Now, bear in mind, when you do stamp just the leaves, the dies only cut out the leaves. They don't cut out the word as well. So if you wanted the die to cut out the words, you'd need to fussy cut it out. Sorry, Lynette, I know you don't like fussy cutting. So, yeah, all right. So I think that's all the ones that I need from that one. So just keep that in mind if you are looking at the stamp set and you're wondering what the hell I'm doing. All right. So I'm going to use all of the flowers because I can, because I think it just looks pretty with a lot more on there. And then I'm going to grab in, so this is one of the stamp sets as well. It correlates with the Wildflower Celebrations, and it's part of the scrapbooking range. And I just like this massive celebrate. I like all the words, actually. They're all great for birthday cards. So, like, you could put on the front, best birthday ever, let's party, birthday memories, cheers, celebrate. All of these sentiments would go on the front of a card. So that's why I got it. Not because I tend to scrapbook any at all, but because I like the sentiments for card fronts. So today I want to use the big celebrate word, because I just think it looks really cool. Big one across the front of the cards. All right. And I think that that's all I need at the moment. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut. So I'm going to wait and we're going to do all the die cutting at the same time, because it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? So I'm going to cut this piece here just as a normal card front. So I'm going to do 10 centimeters by 14.3. Right. And then what I'm going to do is grab this die here, and I'm going to cut that out from the middle, but I want this side. So I'm going to cut that from the middle there. So we're going to die cut that. I'm going to die cut that from the middle there. And then I may as well stamp all my stamps and then do all the die cutting at the same time. Oh, goodness me. My box of scraps I've put into the other room. I'll have to grab another bit of cardstock. Let's see. This is just a scrappy couple of bits that I had in there. So I think, what colours have we got here? Let's pull this around. We've got, so I think I'm going to grab some Old Olive, because the flowers, the leaves, we can stamp them in any colours, right? We don't have to stamp in flower colours. So I'm going to grab the Old Olive. I'm going to grab some Pretty in Pink, some Pool Party, I think. And I think that might be Blueberry Bushel. So let's just see what we come up with those colours. All right, so I'm going to stamp one of these big ones here in the Blueberry Bushel. So I'm just going to stamp that down there. Have a look at that. How nice does that stamp? Like, so pretty. And then this one here, Pool Party. Which one will I do in Pool Party? I might do this one. No, I'm going to do this one in Pool Party. I'm going to do that in Pool Party. Like that. And then, so we're going to just do a combination of different colours. I'm going to do this one here. Yep, in the Pretty in Pink. And you're going to get to see all of them, because like we're using all of the flowers, right? Or the leaves. They're not really called. What are they called when they're not leaves? They're not leaves, they're not flowers. What would you... Well, they are leaves, aren't they? And then this one we're going to do in Old Olive. Because they're the leaves of the plants, aren't they? I don't know, I'm just confusing myself. And then, I think there was another piece in here. On this bit here, I want to stamp my words, my celebrate words, but I'm going to do it half-half. So I think, what two colours would I use together? Maybe the Blueberry Bushel and the Pretty in Pink. Or, actually, maybe if I go Blueberry Bushel and bring in some peach pie grasses, sprigs. Yeah, I don't know what it would be called. All right, so I'm going to do my celebrate in like an ombre colour. So actually, let's think about it while let's just die cut the other stuff, because we have to fussy cut this word out. So let's just die cut all of this and think about the two colors that we could put together on the word celebrate while I'm die cutting. So any suggestions would be welcomed. What you think, two colors. It's gonna go on the front of the card. So we need two colors together to create the word celebrate. Let me know. I'm going to bring out my die cutting machine here. And we're going to start die cutting these out with the coordinating dies. So the beauty about this is we can chuck all of these on. Oh, that's not even that one, Beck. What are you doing? We can chuck, well, 3 of them on. We can do. And cut them out at the same time. So it'll be super quick. So we've got colours. What colours do you think? I think that one goes with that one there. It does. And then this one here goes with that one. I kind of like using the blue because I think the blue's like really, you know, out there and like really bright. I think you're right with blueberry and peach, you think? Blueberry and peach. I just think that the peach then will bring in, because we don't have anything stamped on the front in the peach, and I think the peach will bring out the card base that we're using. I mean, we could end up changing our card base, but I don't think we will. I like the peach. Alright, and then we'll die cut this one here out. So how cool is that? We get 3 of them cut at the same time. Like so. Oh, no, that's crooked. I just saw it. I think what you picked. All right, I'll do that then. I'll do peach pie and blueberry bushel, and we'll see. We'll see what it comes up with. You guys like that? So, could you imagine having that combination in a pie? Blueberry and peaches together? I don't know. Would that be a good combination in a pie? That gets me thinking about the dessert thing that I put up the other day. Goodness me, what dessert? I was thinking, because it was a hot day, and I was really thinking of ice cream, because who wouldn't think of ice cream on a hot day? So it got me thinking about, you know, if you only had one dessert for the rest of your life, what would you eat? Mine would definitely be lemon meringue pie, and a lot of people actually agreed with me, lemon meringue pie. So what would you eat? Like, if you didn't see my post, what would you eat for the rest of your life as a one dessert? If you had no other choices in dessert for the rest of your life, what would you eat? All right, so I'm just going to bring in some of this scrappy cardstock here and just cut a couple. So these are the label pieces. So I just want to cut a few of these label pieces like that. So I'm just going to use that one there. I don't even know if I'm going to use them, but I just want the option to have them sitting there. Alright, so we're going to do that one there. I might even just do a couple of these like this, because, you know, options are good. We like to have choices. Like so. Baked cheesecake has to be up there as well. Yeah, see, I'm not really a huge fan of cheesecake. Oh, a good cheesecake would be nice. But lemon meringue pie for me all the way. Yeah, lemon meringue pie. Christine, you'd go lemon meringue pie too. I just love it. Love, love, love it. Although I am trying to be good, and, you know, the old adage of trying to lose some weight, and, you know, it's not really good to be having lemon meringue pie, is it? But, you know, we got to treat ourselves every now and again. Actually, I'm going to do this one, I think. And I'm going to go... Should I go that way? No, I'm going to go this way. Go like that. Like that. And then see if I can squeeze in just the 2 lines on that one there. Like so. Chocolate mousse mora. That sounds good. Never been a custard fan. I've not... Custard and mousse is okay, but it has to be like a good consistency of mousse. But... yeah, custard, I've not been a fan. Who likes custard? Anyone like custard? Custard I can't do. I don't know whether it's the texture of it or I just can't do custard. Alright, now I know this seems a shame to be cutting up these, but I just want, oh actually, you know what we can do? We could do these here, look at this. I could go one like that, and then one like this. That's going to be pretty cool. Alright, let's see what we get from that. So these are just to give me choices, because I don't know which ones we're going to use. Where did I put my plate? Here. Custard, homemade's even better. Oh, yeah, nah. I keep thinking it's because when we were in childcare, when Mum was at work, they used to feed us custard all the time, and it was disgusting. It was like that runny custard that, you know, I just can't, and I just, yeah, not a fan. Alright, so now I think we've got all of our bits and pieces done, but now we're going to stamp our, well, there's a daddy longlegs on my table trying to make his way at home. We're going to stamp our celebrate word down, and we're going to do it half and half. Hot soufflés. What's in a soufflé? I love custard. Can eat it till the cows come home. Yeah, nah, not a fan. What's in a soufflé? I don't know what this is. What is a soufflé? You'll have to explain that to me, Ruth. I don't know. Alright, so what I'm looking for, it's on my desk somewhere maybe. Nope, I put it away. You would never have credited that, would you? Alright, so to get the two-tone effect, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go half like this on my peach pie. I keep saying pecan pie, but it's not pecan pie, is it? Peach pie. And then I'm going to do the other half like this in the blueberry bushel. Right? Now, if I was just to leave it like that, I'm going to get this definite straight line. I don't really want a definite straight line. So, what I'm going to do is grab my blueberry bushel sponge dauber, or not sponge, dauber, and then I'm just going to lightly tap over the middle of that word there. So it's going to then blend in the two colours together. So like that. And then we're going to give it a bit of a huff because we've touched it with our sponge dauber. So when I say huff, you just breathe on it. And then we're going to stamp that down like that. It says, see, that looks actually pretty cool because the orange is sort of mixed in and giving me like a old olive look in the middle. So see then how you get that two-toned kind of wording, and that's how we're going to do it. So let's cut that out and see what that looks like. I'm not a fan of it. My husband loves it. Custard, make it so thick you can be sliced like a cheesecake. That I definitely wouldn't eat, Joe. Would you use the right? I could use the Stampin' Write markers for that too, Maura, but I think it's just as easy with the ink pads to colour it two-tone. Oh, you know what I didn't die cut? Middle of me page here. So let's just come back in with that and die cut that. I'm going to flip it because I want the pink. So this is going to be a very colourful card front because we're going to have every colour on the rainbow on it, basically. Like so. Alright. So we got that. And the only other thing I want to do is this bit here. I want to run through an embossing folder. So I'm going to use the new embossing folder. This is the free embossing folder that you get for the Celebration at the moment. So, but I don't need to cover all of it. I just need to cover this bottom bit of it here. Now, if I wanted to cover all of it, what I would do is I would fold this bit down and cover it because that's going to go on the other side. It doesn't matter if it's like a different look because it's the, you know, it's the fold, it's the flap of it. But I'm going to cut it off anyway. So we're going to just run that through. So this is only a skinny plate. So it requires your base plate and then 2 clear plates to run it through. So don't try and use your big grey plate because it won't work when you use your grey plate to run it through. All right. Now I think we've got all our bits and pieces together. We can start assembling our card. Bone folder to pop that there. Souffles are very light dessert, which are cooked rice. Is that rice? High in aromatic and then sink very easily. Remove carefully, not remove from the. Oh well, that sounds really hard to make. Ruth, it sounds really hard for my baking skills. That I don't think I could do. All right, so I'm going to pop that on there, and then this one is going to be tucked back in here like so. So we get that the two different colors, but you're gonna hardly even see that. So we're gonna glue this one on. Yeah, we're gonna glue this one on. I went to grab Lukey's glue gun, but I don't reckon he's put his lid on. And I'm running out of glue in mine. I've got to fill it up. So when I fill it up, I just fill it up with a Tombow. All right. So, and the good thing about this designer series paper is there's no there's no up and down of it. It goes everywhere, so there's no direction. All right. So we're going to pop that on there. And then this one here I'm going to put on dimensionals. So I'm not even going to steal Lukey's ones. I've got my own. So he can't tell me off. But I am looking for my take your pick tool. All right. I hate doing this when you see really pretty DSP and you're going to put it underneath there. Part of me would like to go, oh, can't we just have one side done and not the other? But it happens. All right, so I'm going to put this back in. Oh, I don't want to do that yet. I want to put some of these in here. So all these strippy bits that I cut, we're going to decide which ones I want to use. So do I use the green stripe? So I'm going to do 2 of them. So no, that's the same. Do I go that and then that? Or do I take this one out and do that one and that one and that? Or I think I like this one and this. Aha, I think I've got my combination happening there like that. Although you really can't see that, can you? What if I do that one and that one like so? That's better. See what I mean? Choices. We need choices. All right. So to make this work, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our snips and we're just going to snip these in half like so. There. And then I keep going to grab Lukey's gun. Got to not do that. Then using our glue, we are just going to glue these in here, but we're going to have them the same distance across here, like so. And then do this like this. About the same distance there and there across. Because we know that this is our frame, right? Because we've got that bit cut out. So we don't have to try and go, oh, is that going to fit under our frame or not? I don't know. So we know that from our frame, this bit here is all going to stick out. So we can make it as short or as long as we need to make it there. Pretty cool, huh? All right, just got to make sure my pattern's the same on both sides. And I don't have one going up one way and one going up the other. That would look silly. All right, and then we're going to stick this one on over the top here. So this one's just going to fall back into our little hole, like so. There, like that. See, how cool is that? So it's a layering effect, right? All right, so then, there. Now we're going to make our little, actually we'll finish doing this card front here. So we've got our word. I'm going to need to fussy cut this out. So just talk amongst yourselves while I fussy cut this out. It'll be quick. It won't take long. So I find that when you fussy cut, if you actually cut in and around all of the words, it actually looks better than if you were to like do big white blobs around it, if that makes sense. So basically you're just going to follow the words. So see how I'm moving my paper, not the scissors. And I'm actually going to go in here too because I want to be able to fussy cut this out here. Alright. Like so. And then we're going to go around here. I actually enjoy fussy cutting. I think it's not challenging. It's very rewarding. And I know that there's some out there that don't like to do it. But, I mean, it would be easier with a die. You just whack it down on the machine and die cut it out. But, same. So see what I mean about going in and around all the words? I just think it looks so much better when you go in and around rather than leaving just big blobs of white paper there. And it does take practice. Like, this isn't something that I've just mastered overnight either. It does take practice to get that, you know, and not get your other hand in the way too. Christine likes fussy cutting too. Yeah, I reckon it's relaxing. Although, you know, I think as I get older, a bit of arthritis will probably set in my hands. But, oh well. We've all got to get old. I feel like I'm getting older too. So if you've only just joined me, it's my birthday at the end of the month. So that's why we're doing birthday cards all month this month. And I'm turning the big 5-0 at the end of the month. So it's, like I said, only a couple of 20 days, now 19 days until I am out of my 40s. So I'm sad. All right, so that's going to go across the front of our card like that. So see how with that blueberry bushel on it, it just pops out. So I think on the front of the card, I'm going to then pop this blueberry bushel leaf in the background and have my green one in the foreground. So then it can come up like that. So I think that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to leave these for the inside of the card, which is going to go on this thing here. So let's stick that down. So I'm going to pop this here, glue this one down. So that's going to glue down there like that onto that pink bit. And then the green one, oops, I'm going to dimensional that. Just like so, on a bit of an angle. So you get to see the two. So see what I mean about the pink bit? We're covering it up, but not really covering it up. So, birthday Wednesday. Happy birthday, Christine. Amazing. Are you doing anything special? 50 is better than the milestone birthday I'm heading for. Oh, Joe, don't be silly. All right, so, and then I'm going to use this. This is my new favorite thread that we've got. This is the gold, I don't know, it looks like a spider web. I used it on Wednesday night as well. So I'm going to use this just under my Celebrate here just to add a bit of gold flicky bits to it. So I'm not going to scrunch it up or anything. I'm just going to cut it across like that. And then I'm going to lay that down. And then we're going to lay that down over there like that. So just to have a bit of gold on the back. So let me just hold that up so you can see it. It's a bit hard to see because it's like invisible. So we're going to stick some dimensionals on the back of this Celebrate. So I am going to use big one in where I can fit a big one, because this is going to hold down our ribbon as well. And then I'm going to use some little ones here. See, went and got my own, got a new tray here to go in between all of these little bits here. Oh, I got one and a bit there. How did that work? Let's see, I'll put that under there. And because that's got no doodad on it, no lid on it anymore, I'm going to pop that there. So as I said, I'll stick a few on there just because this is going to hold down that gold twine as well. Alright, actually I might stick one up the top of the B and the L as well. B and the L, that rhymes. Stick it. Alright, and then I'm gonna, actually I might need to pop a double on this end here, like so, because it's going to do two purposes. It's going to hold wedge in between, and see how this one's raised. I need this to be all one level, so that's going to sit there, so on the back of me B as well, like that. Don't you hate it when the dimensional flicks and you ends up laying on its back on the actual dimension itself? Alright, did I take all of the depth? So we're going to lay that down, and that's going to go over like that. Pretty, huh? Look at that. Like, and we've mixed so many different colours on there, and it's just like so cool. So now we're going to do the inside bit, right? So that's where this is going to come into play. So we're going to fold this. So this already puts the score lines into it. So we're going to fold this over and then fold that over like that. And then we're just going to run a bead of glue down the edge there and down the edge here. And then you're going to lay that down and then lay this one down here like that, right? So, and then that'll all hold, that'll glue. So I'm just going to lay the block over that while I have a look. And we're going to then do another die cut to cover the front of that one. Alright, so I then need to pick, maybe I could do this bit here, the leaves. That would look alright on the front of that piece, just something a little bit lighter. So let's bring the machine back in, because we're decorating the inside bit. I don't even know how that got there. Alright, it's not quite going to fit the other way, so we're just going to run that one through. So it's using our DSP to its full advantage, right? So we're using bits and pieces of it everywhere. And then I need to stamp. Oh, I need to take that away for a minute, because we need to stamp. I'm going to put a sentiment on the inside, because we're going to a party tonight, and I figure I might as well use this card for the party, hey. So do I put in, will let's party fit there, or cheers? They'll both fit, so which one should I go? Celebrate let's party or celebrate cheers? Which one should I do? Let me know. Let's party or cheers? I'll get them both out. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to stamp them both. We will stamp them both, and then we can... I know this is a big block and it's a bit of an overkill, but all my little blocks are in the craft room because we use them in the studio during the week. Oh, you're all saying let's party. Well, that might save me a thing. I might only... Cheers, let's party. All right, I think we'll stamp them both and see what they look like. So I'm not going to stamp them in. So what have I got? I just die cut. Where did I put that thing I just die cut? Please let me know if you can see it. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is here. So maybe I might do it in peach pie, I think, not blueberry bushel. Let's do it in peach pie. So I'm going to go cheers. And then I'm going to go, oh, that'll just dice with death if I do it up there. Let's party. I might have even done them too close anyway. So I think they're both going to fit. Let's see. Let's die cut them out and see what we're left with. Oh my goodness. Cheers. Cheers, big ears. Although you're all saying that I should be using Let's Party. So ironically, oh, actually, that's chopped off the top of me H. So I think that's just answered our question for us, hasn't it? Let's Party it is. All right. So the party that we're going to tonight is actually one of our friends who's turning 30. So tell me I'm not going to feel old there. All right, so the cheers is not going to work. So we're going to pop that on here like this. We're going to pop these two here like that. That's going to go on there. Now, our paper should be glued together. So we're just going to chop off the top of this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab my trimmer. Not that I don't trust my snip ability, but I think this is going to give us a nicer straight edge there, like that. So you could use that on another card, you know, as a sentiment. So like you could actually then go and stamp Let's Party on that, or you could stamp cheers on that, and it's like a, you know, a label. So don't throw it, because, you know, I know more. I'm getting all my steps in with this cutting. It's cool. All right, so using some dimensionals, I'm going to pop this down here, like so. So this is going to go like that. We're going to pop that down, and what this is going to do, this is going to cover our join on the front here. All right, so see that? We're going to pop that there like that on the front, and then see how that divot there means we can just grab our gift card in and out of that. So how cool is that? All right, and then I'm going to pop this one down here, I think, with some glue. Oh my goodness, see, I've gone to grab Lukey's glove gun, and it really need to remind him to put the lid back on that. We're going to pop that one in there like that, and then dimensionals on the back of this one here, like so. And that's going to be lined up there. I love the fact that with this paper we can use all of these different colors. Like, it's so cool. All right. And then this Let's Party will just tuck under here like that, right? So, like, you could fit gift cards in here. You could fit scratchies. You could fit cash, whatever. Like, there's lots of different things that you could put in there. So now we're going to pop this into our card here, but we need a white base on here first. So we're going to grab our white cardstock here for our middle bit. And I want to stamp one of these flowers on the front here. So I think I'm going to bring in the green, I think. So I'm going to use the old, I know this is so saffron here, but I'm going to use the green one that we used on the front. So I'm just going to pop this down in this bottom corner here like that. And then we're going to glue this in like so. Like that. Now, I could just glue this down here like that, and we could go, yep, we're done. That's it. My card's finished. I've got my gift card holder up there, but kind of looks a little bit boring, doesn't it? So, let me grab, I'm going to grab some more of the, what's it called? The peach pie. I'm just going to grab some peach pie cardstock. Oh, if I can. I broke my thumbnail yesterday, and I can't pick up anything with it. Look, see, super short, and it like really got right in there. Hurts a lot. So I'm going to cut about 2.5 centimeters or an inch, if you work in those terms, off here. And then I'm going to cut 12.7, which is about 5 inches, if you work in inch terminology. And then I'm going to just score this at 2.5 centimeters. Sorry, I should have gone this way first. So 2.5 centimeters, Then I'm going to go 5 centimeters or 5.1. So I'm just doing it in inch increments. So then it's 7.6 or 3 centimeters. And then it's 10.1 or 4 centimeters. So I've got 5 different little markers there as such. Hey, Krista, how are you? So then I'm just going to score all of those and fold them in. And I'm going to make a little box. So see that? Just a little inch by inch box. Keep going and grab Lukey's gun because I'm right-handed. Really need to put my gun there. And then go like that and glue that together, right? So then what we're going to do, watch this. We're going to glue this piece here. So that bit with the 2 joins, we're going to glue that down like so. So it's going to go onto our, in Ottawa on holidays at the moment. Pictures are amazing with the snow. I don't know about the snow, Julie. But I think Krista would be cold in Canada with lots of snow at the moment. All right, so I'm going to pop this in, but I'm going to hold my card front up so I know that that little box is going to be sitting against that fold. So where the fold is. So see that there? I'm just going to hold that there just for a minute, like that. So that's where my join was. So that's where I joined it, all on the inside there. Then I'm going to lay that flat, and I'm going to glue this bit here, and then I'm going to shut my card front, like so. So we're going to do that. Just da 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 da. I should have circus music. Da, 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 da. So like this. So then when I open it up, that kind of creates like a little pop-up thing, which then we're going to grab some dimensionals here. And we're going to pop 2 dimensionals onto this bit here. And then I'm going to pull the top of them off. And you guessed it, we're going to stick our gift card holder to the front there like that. So now it makes it a pop-out gift card holder. See? So like that. So when it folds flat, it sits flat. It's a little bit bulky, so for those in the US, your postage might be a little bit more. Let me just see. I have a US thingy here. So yes, your postage would be a lot more in America for your little postage, but for us here in good old Oz, it would be okay. And then when you open it up, look, it pops up. How cool is that? I love these. They're so easy to do to make up the pop-up cards. And I think this die that makes these little gift card envelope thingies that hold, you know, your gift card. Let's just see. Do I have? I'll grab. I've got a business card here from the Murray River Caravan and Camping and Accessories. See? Holds a gift card like that. And then you can still see the gift card there to be able to pull it out like so. How cool is that? Like such an easy gift card holder to make. And it just, it oozes. Oh my God, you spent ages on that when you haven't really. So great ideas. And you can dress it up as much as you like or as little as you like. But those Grow With Love dies, you know, awesome that they cut it all out. It's just, yeah, terrific. So let me show you another example that I did. I used different color paper to what I've done today. So I used the, I don't know what this one's called. I can't remember. But it's the yellow paper. And I did the same sort of thing on the front using different papers. So you get 2 completely different looks. But they're the same sort of idea. And I just used It's a Good Day to Celebrate, because then that way it can be used for any occasion. So the name of the stamps and dies I'm using. So I used the Grow With Love set Lynette. And it's a bundle, so you get the stamps. And it has one of these outliney stamps as well for the front of your gift card. So you could just make a whole heap of flat gift cards. And because they lay flat, you can just make a whole heap and have them sitting aside, and then you can decorate them as you want, like if you had white ones or whatnot. But you know, endless amounts. Like, it's not like buying a packet of them. Endless amounts of gift cards. So there we go. So either. Which one's your favourite? Do you like the green one or the one we made today? I kind of like, well, you know me, I like the green one. Green's my favourite. But I do like the one we made today as well. That's pretty cool too. All right. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget about our all of this stuff that's happening this month. So much stuff happening in February. It's not funny. It's a good month to have a peach one, both. The birthday package one. Oh, thanks, guys. And don't forget too, if you like my videos, share them with your friends. Let people know that we're here and we craft every Saturday. I love to share the love. And also, if you make this card, don't forget to share it in our Craft with Bec group, because, you know, we like to share, and it's all about sharing our ideas and our crafting prowess together to create this good community that we have going. So, all right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic week. Don't forget that for every $100 you spend at Stampin' Up, you get a freebie at the moment. So jump online and check that out. All my links are in the comments above. And I will see you all on Wednesday for Wing It Wednesday with Bec and Luke at 8 p.m. If not, I'll see you next Saturday for Breakfast with Bec. All right, bye for now.